what have you found has been the gems in the work? Where have you found that there are challenges? What do you bring that you can share with people across the globe that might help us find some insights in how we move forward? Martin.
What you're saying is I've got the next 2 hours, have I? Wow. That's hi, I'm Martin. Thanks firstly to everybody for inviting me to this platform. It's a subject that is passionate to me. It was a passion of mine. I got into this space because I'm a victim. I'm a victim of sexual abuse to start with. I was a victim of sexual abuse from the age of 5 to the age of 19. I then, in desperation, I suppose, finally found a partner who was also abusive. She was a narcissist, very controlling, very, just very verbally, mentally, and emotionally abusive. And it was, I mean, the weird thing is that for me, it was a case of I didn't know I was a victim until in my 40s. I mean, you'd think, wow, I mean, you're a victim of sexual abuse. It's it's pretty obvious, and but it wasn't. It wasn't, and I can tell you that it was because nobody ever spoke about little boys being sexually abused and raped, especially by women, that you just think that you're a freak, right? So you push that emotion, you push those feelings and those memories so far down inside you, and they just churn away. They just keep churning away. You can push it down as far as, like, we always have these sayings that say, it's like, oh, just forget about it, it'll go away. No, it doesn't. It stays churning away in your subconscious, and it works on you, and it comes out, unfortunately for the majority of men, it comes out in the form of violence, or it comes out. I always say that men have been given 5 skills to deal with the problems that they have, or the traumas that they've had as children. And the 5 skills are addiction, so alcoholism, drugs, all that sort of stuff, anger, sex, silence, and sport. Those are the 5 skills that men have been given. Women have been taught to talk about things. Girls have been taught from a very young age. You talk about things. You express your emotions. You do all of this. The boys are, shut up, don't cry. Why are you such a baby? What are you, a little girl? Keep quiet. Don't talk about that. And this is why we learn from a very, very young age to suppress anything bad that's happened to us. And I did it incredibly well. Well, I thought I did it incredibly well. So as much as I say I was a victim of abuse, I was also the perpetrator of said abuse, because I was angry all the time. I was just an incredibly, excuse my language, pissed off man. And that came out in I mean, as you guys, I don't think you can hear it on this platform, but I have a large voice. I have a very large voice in terms of volume. And when I start shouting and screaming, you're going to step back in fear. And that was the thing. My daughter felt that wrath, unfortunately. She heard my loud, angry voice, and it impacted on her life. And I thank God that I have the time and the ability to be able to start healing that, And I want to read something that my daughter sent me, if you don't mind. This is, yeah. Let me see if I can control my emotions here. It says, in another universe, I meet my father when he is a child. We play catch in the woods, and as we play, he tells me he isn't allowed to cry, but sometimes the world hurts him and he doesn't know what to do with all that pain. So I give him a shoulder I give him the shoulder he needs to cry on, and he does. He does until the tears are done. Afterwards, I buy him an ice cream and I listen to his laugh, the glowing, warm laugh of a child who knows he is safe. I wish someone could have done that for him, been a kind, safe place for the child he used to be. Would it have made a difference? Would it have made a difference? And that, wow, for me, that was just a beautiful way of my daughter saying, Dad, I hear you, I see you, and I forgive you, and I understand you. And that was just such a blessing. But it is so true. The words of that poem, I sent it to my dad, who I'm blessed is still alive. He's 91, and he cried. You know, my mother sent it back and she goes, "It's incredibly beautiful, but incredibly sad." And I said, "But it's incredibly true, isn't it? That boys aren't given that space to talk about things, to cry about things, to express their emotions and all that sort of stuff." So that's kind of why I ended up getting into this eventually, because on the Oprah Winfrey show, Tyler Perry and 200 men started talking about their sexual abuse. And in turn, they gave me permission to start talking about my sexual abuse. And I'm hoping that my story will, again, give others the courage to talk about their abuse. And as soon as we can get that pain out of our minds and out of our bodies, we can begin to mend, and we can sort of quell the anger that we have felt for so long.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you for sharing that. And that's
Yes.
a beautiful poem. I can see the imagery as you read it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.